Blessed and happy Sunday to all of you, my dear friends, my dear brothers and sisters, and happy Easter. Today is April 12, 2026, on the second Sunday of Easter, otherwise known as Divine Mercy Sunday. My heart is filled with hope as I reflect on the truth that mercy is the greatest attribute of God. As Thomas Aquinas beautifully expressed, mercy is love in action. And in today's readings, we do not just hear about mercy, we see it lived. In the first reading, mercy is revealed in a community that cares deeply for one another, where no one is left in need, no one is forgotten, and no one goes hungry. I am reminded as a priest that mercy is not just a feeling. It is a way of life. It is sharing what I have, seeing others as brothers and sisters, and being attentive to the wounds hidden in the hearts of those around me. When I look at our world today, I cannot ignore its wounds. Our world is wounded. What are the wounds of the world? Indifference, selfishness, and growing sense of isolation. It is painful to admit, but sometimes we become too focused on ourselves that we forget to care. Yet, this is exactly where mercy is needed the most. I am invited not to contribute to division, but to heal it. And mercy calls me to open my hands, to give generously, to make love visible in concrete ways. When I choose to share, when I choose to listen and to care, I become a living witness of God's compassion. And perhaps through these simple acts, hearts that have grown cold may begin to believe again. Right? Now, in our second reading, I see another wound of our world. The desire to dominate, the desire to conquer, to be greater than others. But true victory is not found in power, nor in control or authority. The greatest conquerors are those who love, those who believe that Jesus is the Son of God. This kind of victory does not create casualties. It brings life. When I choose faith and love over pride and selfish ambition, I participate that heals rather than destroys. It is a quiet, humble triumph that reflects the very heart of Christ. And in the gospel for today, I am drawn into that locked room where the disciples hide in fear. I know that feeling, the instinct to withdraw, to protect myself, to close the doors of my heart when I am afraid. Yet, even behind those locked doors, Jesus comes. He does not wait for them to be brave or strong. He enters their fear and speaks the message of peace. Peace be with you. The message of mercy. What moves me deeply is that He does not come with anger to retaliate or revenge, but He comes with mercy. He meets their fear with understanding, their weakness with love. And in my own fears and struggles, He comes to me in the same way, gently, patiently, bringing peace where there is turmoil in my life. And then, slowly, Jesus shows His wounds. He is risen, glorified, victorious, yet wounds remain. These wounds are no longer signs of pain, but They are signs of love. They remind me that love is never without sacrifice, that to truly care is to risk being hurt. But instead of hiding his wounds, Jesus revealed them as a source of healing. In a world that wounds through betrayal, through greed and falsehood, he offers a different response, not retaliation, but mercy. His wounds become the doorway which grace flows. And I begin to understand that even my own wounds, when united with his, can become instrument of compassion for others. Like Sister Faustina Kowalska, who reminded us, she once said, "We are all floating in the ocean of God's mercy. I do not need to see everything to believe. I only need to trust in His love." Today, I am called to be an agent of that mercy, to heal rather than to hurt, to forgive rather than to judge, to love even when it is difficult to love. My wounds do not make me weak. They can become signs that I have loved deeply and honestly. And so I pray with all my heart, Jesus, King of mercy, I trust in you. And let your mercy flow through me, so that in this wounded world, I may become a reflection of your healing love. And let me end my reflection with the ABC of mercy. A stands with act with love. Mercy begins when I choose to act, not just feel. It is love in action, that is reaching out, helping, forgiving, caring, especially when it is difficult, like the first early Christian community. B, be compassionate. To be merciful is to have a heart that feels for others. I try to understand their wounds, listen without judging, and walk with them in their struggles and in their poverty. C stands for care. And share mercy grows when I care enough to share. Share my time, my blessing, my presence. And when I give generously, no one is left behind. And God's mercy or God's love becomes visible. Be merciful as the Father is merciful. Be merciful because we are just floating in the ocean of God's mercy. And mercy is the greatest attribute of God, because mercy is the second name of God next to love. If you love and like this reflection, kindly share it with your friends, share it with your family, make the Word of God viral so that many will be blessed.